What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy freaking Matrix. Holy crap. Holy freaking smokes. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. And look, I know I'm not an economist. I'm not a financial genius, but anybody with a brain, especially if you lived through the 2008 crash, economic recession like I did, you know that this is a big deal. And I've always talked about how for a lot of these companies, you know how all these companies that are pushing the all the ideologies, you know what I'm talking about, all the ideologies, and they apply all these ideologies to their movies, to the comic books, and as a result, you know, they end up losing money, like Disney losing over $120 million last year. And I've been saying that this is a luxury. This is a luxury to do these kind of things, because it's basically like an anti-consumer. There's been a lot of anti-consumer decisions, and now they are going to feel the burn, right? So I'm guessing you guys probably already heard the news: the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. And I'm here at Clownfish TV. They have their own news website. So Silicon Valley Bank collapse could mean game over for a lot of gaming and comics journalists. All that cozy money, all that cozy money that they had to be able to push their ideas, guess what? It's gonna run out. It's been running out for years now, but now it is on hyperdrive, man. It is on freaking hyperdrive. Now, guys, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, Japanese culture. If you're into any of that stuff, then make sure to subscribe. Now, on with the show. Wow, man. So this is so Silicon Valley is basically a quick explanation as to what happened. A lot of companies, a lot of startups, they put their money in a bank, like basically in an investment firm. And what happens is they put their money there, and everything from Roku and Vox and a lot of these media companies, they put their money there. And it's in Silicon Valley, it's in California. So any company, a lot of companies that are from California, whether if it's LA or San Francisco, they're part of that. So most likely they put their money there because they're right next door to each other. And as a result, now they're going to start losing money, because now that Silicon Valley Bank is closing, guess what? When a bank closes down, in order to bail themselves out, they can actually use your money to bail themselves out. A lot of people don't know this, but this is actually, I think it's legal. I'm not sure. I think it is legal. They're gonna use your money, so that actually that includes you. So take a look at your bank, and I suggest take some of your money out of there. Right, take some of your money out of your bank, at least like 80% of your money. Keep it in cash until things get better, because if it's Bank of America or I don't know, JP Morgan, like any of these banks that file for bankruptcy, they can go down with your money. And there you go. That's Andy Matrix Financial Economy giving economic advice. Right, I already took my money out of my bank, like at least like 70-60% of it, and that's not an exaggeration. So let's go ahead and read what Clownfish TV said here. So it says many startups and media companies such as Vox depended on Silicon Valley Bank, and now many of these companies are struggling to find a way to even pay their employees week. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. It says, I believe this will cause a ripple effect in massive reevaluation of who gets VC going forward. Sites like Vice, Vox, BuzzFeed, and so many others are now struggling to either stay afloat or find a buyer. Many of these companies have floated from one round venture capital to another, never actually becoming profitable. That's true. That's true, because like companies like Patreon is not profitable. A lot of these tech companies are actually not profitable. Patreon's not profitable. Kotaku's not profitable. BuzzFeed, they haven't been profitable. Vice, I think maybe they're kind of profitable. I'm not quite sure, but because a lot of these companies, they depend on venture capital, right? And so, unless you're selling directly to the consumer, getting people to pay for something, you're not going to generate, you're not going to have income aside from your venture capital. It says Disney lost $400 million on Vice during much better financial times. That was years ago before this year. BuzzFeed tried and failed to go public as, you know, they were claiming that they were a tech company. Yeah, right. And Vox is hanging on by his fingertips thanks to a cash rejection by Penske Media. And those in the bigger players, niche sites about video games and pop culture have been decimated due to a part of the slowdown advertising. Frankly, they're just not that important at the bottom of the line. Yeah, they're not that important. I mean, take a look at G4 TV. G4 TV came and they didn't really have much to offer because so many YouTubers were already doing what they were doing. So they came in a saturated market. On top of that, they brought in really bad employees who were talking crap to the viewers, to the fans. Of course, they went out of business. You know. So yeah, pop culture. You know, all these journalists, all these websites talking about video game journalism is gonna be the end. It is going to be the end of video game journalism. We don't need them. We don't need them. Right? You can go to a company's blog to get more information. You can go to like when a game comes out and you want to know if it's good, like if you want to play it and see like the battle system, go to a YouTuber, somebody that's live streaming it, see the gameplay and then decide if you want to buy it. We don't need these people. We don't need these game journalists. YouTubers are the new game journalists. Anyways, for example, I mean, I talk a lot about Final Fantasy, for God's sakes. You know, Square Enix. You know, by the way, you should subscribe to the channel if you're into Final Fantasy and Square Enix and all of that, Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, so here are some of the companies that are in trouble. GizmoChina.com says Vox, Roblox, I think this is an NFT company, a blockchain. Unity, the software company. Roku. You know, Roku, they actually sell streaming devices. And more American corporations affected by Silicon Valley Bank's collapse. Oh my God. Vox Media, Roblox, Unity. And there was actually, where is it? Other companies affected. Yeah, so Etsy is actually warning their merchants. I'm here at yahoonews.com. It says, Etsy warns of merchants' payment processing delay due to Silicon Valley collapse. Oh my God. If you are a merchant on Etsy, like, there's a possibility that Etsy is not going to pay you because they're trying to pay their investors. They are trying to pay their investors before they pay you. And if Etsy goes out of business, guess what? You're not getting your money. You're not getting your money. And if you have your money in one of these banks and they go bankrupt, they file for bankruptcy, they're going to use your money to bail themselves out. You're not getting your money. They stole your money. They are thieves, for God's sakes. This is crazy. Right? It says an Etsy spokesperson says attributed to the delay to unexpected collapse of Silicon Valley Bank. Nothing the company used the bank to facilitate payments to some merchants. They added Etsy is working with other payment partners to facilitate the process. So they're trying to work with other payment processors to pay their employees, their merchants. So the company expects to pay affected sellers within the next several business days. More than 77.5 million merchants. Holy bejesus! Oh my God! Oh my God! That's a lot of people, and that's all over the world, by the way, myself included. Yeah. So, listen, man. Pop culture journalists, video game journalists, comic book journalists. Maybe not anime journalists. Like, if you have a anime blog, I think you're gonna be good. It's maybe if you have an anime blog, you're independent. But like everything like comicbook.com, Game Rant, whoever owns these news outlets, they're done, man. They are friggin' done, I tell you. All right, but anyways, whatever your thoughts are, guys. Comment below. Make sure to, get your money out of the bank, yo. Get your money out of your bank. At least 80% of your money. Have it in cash. Put it in a lock, in a safe somewhere. Don't let these companies, go down with your stuff, with your funds. You know, get your money out of the bank. Yeah, so comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Guys, it's your boy Andy. Make sure you thank you for watching and listening. Godspeed, baby.